watching News 25. Local coverage you can count on. News 25 is brought to you by J.K. Nelson Law, voted best of Pahrump for 4 years. Give them a call, 775-727-9900. News 25 is also brought to you by Gunny's Air Conditioning and Heating. New, service, and repair. Call Gunny's, 775-727-6800.
Hello and welcome to this edition of News 25. I'm Unette Gentry. It is Thursday, July 20th. Well, in our top story, Kevin Dent, one of the 2 people who took a plea deal regarding the murder of Roy Jaggers, was sentenced earlier today. Rory Rossell reports.
Kevin Dent appeared in court today for his sentencing after taking a guilty plea back in April of this year. Dent is one of the 3 people involved in Roy Jaggers' murder. Back in August of 2021, Kevin Dent, Heather Pate, and Brad Main were arrested for kidnapping Jaggers, torturing him for several hours with many instruments, such as a blowtorch, axe, knives, and a baton, then forcing him to strip naked and walk off a cliff at Cathedral Canyon just south of Pahrump, when ultimately one of the defendants, Brad Main, who is said to be the one who fired the 12-gauge shotgun at least 2 times, killing Jaggers on the way off the cliff. Heather Pate said in the past that the reason for killing Jaggers was because of an alleged molestation, which last year the district attorney's office confirmed that these allegations are false after conducting an investigation. In Dent's sentencing today, Judge Wonker talked about how he is facing charges of kidnapping and 2 counts of open murder. During the sentencing today, Roy Jaggers' family spoke.
He was my best friend, my caregiver, the love of my life. And when he wanted to leave her house, you prevented him from walking out that door. And you tortured him for hours. You had multiple times, multiple chances to pull over and just let him go. You guys went in with the intent of just killing my son.
Did you enjoy seeing my brother's head bashed in and bleeding while you just kept going? When you kidnapped Roy, bringing him to Pate's car, did he beg to be let go? Did he say he's had enough? Or do you not know because you were too busy enjoying everything you were doing and everything, the thought of what you were going to do to him in Pahrump?
As soon as you hit Roy and kept hitting Roy and he's not fighting back. This is a black belt in Kung Fu. He's not fighting back. Did you feel big? Big man beating the guy, quote unquote, until you beat him until he said what you wanted to hear? And then you bring in a 3- and 4-year-old and beat them right in front of them?
The Honorable Judge Wonker spoke to Dent before sentencing him to life in prison with the possibility of parole in 10 years.
And I have 2 choices. 10 to 25 years, parole eligibility beginning when a minimum of 10 years has been served, or life with the possibility of parole, with parole eligibility beginning when a minimum of 10 years has been served. And I want to make something very clear to you, that parole eligibility does not equate to parole. And I guarantee you, having sat here and watched the family show up every single day of this trial, and have seen and heard from them today, that every parole hearing, they will be there. And so this is what the court's going to do. In accordance with the law, I'm going to assess a $25 administrative assessment fee, $150 DNA analysis fee, $3 DNA administrative assessment. It is the order and judgment of the court that Kevin Dent is sentenced to life in the Nevada Department of Corrections with the possibility of parole, with parole eligibility beginning when a minimum of 10 years have been served.
In other area news, a 3-vehicle accident triggers emergency services to respond to the scene. RJ Camacho gives us all those details.
Jason Ernest of Mount West Lawyers. Don't be bullied by insurance companies. Call me, 775-727-9500.
On July 19th, a three-car head-on collision occurred at the intersection of Quarter Horse Avenue and Kellogg Road in Pahrump at approximately 4 p.m. According to reports, 2 people were transported to the hospital. One was said to have injuries, and the other was an elderly person taken to be checked due to their age. Both the Nye County Sheriff's Office and Pahrump Valley Fire Department responded immediately to the scene, and authorities have yet to determine what may have led to the head-on collision.
There is an excessive heat warning that will last throughout this weekend, and as the excessive heat continues, a man is found dead at the Golden Canyon Trailhead in Death Valley National Park.
A man has recently died at a trailhead in Death Valley National Park on Tuesday, July 18th this week. During this day, temperatures in Death Valley were reported to be at 121 degrees. This is now the second death that has occurred in Death Valley that is believed to be related to the excessive heat. The other death occurred when a 65-year-old male died on July 3rd earlier this month. According to reports, a 71-year-old male from the Los Angeles area had collapsed just outside the restroom at Golden Canyon. Visitors to the park noticed the man and contacted 911 for assistance at approximately 3:40 p.m. The National Park Service and Inyo County Sheriff's Office responded promptly to the scene. However, Mercy Air's helicopter was contacted as well, but unable to respond due to the high temperature. Park rangers arrived at approximately 3:47 and commenced CPR and used AEDs, or automated external defibrillators, but the man was unable to be saved. The Inyo County Coroner's Office has yet to determine the man's cause of death, but rangers suspect that heat was a factor. According to reports, the temperature at Furnace Creek, nearby where the man was hiking, was 121 degrees. However, Golden Canyon, where the man was hiking, was believed to be far hotter due to the canyon walls radiating more of the sun's heat. Park rangers would like to remind and encourage people to visit Death Valley safely in the summer. They would like to encourage those seeking to visit the valley to go sightseeing only short distances from their air-conditioned cars or hiking in the park's cooler mountains. They do not recommend hiking at low elevations after 10 a.m. According to the National Weather Service, Death Valley has experienced 28 days of temperatures in excess of 110 degrees this year. Please seek immediate medical help if heat stroke is suspected.
Please remember that whenever you are outside in excessive heat, always bring water and remember to stay hydrated. News 25 will be right back.
You're watching News 25. Local coverage you can count on.
Welcome back to News 25. Well, country music fans, listen up. News 25's Mikey Ruhan and Classic Country Breakfast on A's Country Radio is speaking to Aaron Brenward about the 14th anniversary of Nashville Unplugged, a free show at Mandalay Bay every Friday that features songwriters from Nashville.
It's called Nashville Unplugged, but with the pandemic, when everything went down, we were dark for 3 years, and Mandalay Bay wanted to bring it back because that's where we were previous, and so we kicked the dust off the tires and got songwriters back out here every Friday night. Man, every songwriter's different. I think that obviously the ones that are the Hall of Famers that have been around for so long and writing at such a high level are amazing experiences to be on stage with. But one songwriter will tell a story about a song he's written, he or she that they've written, and something that maybe how it got to the ears of Garth Brooks or Alan Jackson or Dan and Shay or what was going on in their life, and just kind of a story behind it, the reason why it exists, and then that songwriter performs that song, and those of us that are on stage oftentimes jump in and sing harmonies or might play a lead on the song and just kind of start dialoguing with the words that we use, and that's music. So people get to experience that in real time.
You're a songwriter yourself, right?
Started in Christian music. My dad and I, is a group called Aaron Jeffrey in the 90s we had 10 #1 songs together and toured all over the world. And then in mid-2000s, I had a duo called Blue County. It's like Good Little Girls and others. And then I've gone as far as to Seoul Korea lately and been a part of writing some K-pop for some Korean artists. So I've had a wide array of experiences as a songwriter. Mike Peters is a fantastic, and he was an award-winning singer-songwriter, and still to this day, it's fantastic live and audience. And of course, Brady Seals is a founding member of Little Texas and wrote many of their songs. And so it'll be a kind of a throwback night in honor of being here for 14 years.
Bipartisan legislation aimed at providing more affordable, high-quality childcare passes.
Today, it was announced that the bipartisan Small Business Child Care Investment Act, headed by Senator Jackie Rosen, has advanced out of the Senate Committee on Small Businesses and Entrepreneurship. The legislation in question is meant to help increase the availability of affordable, high-quality child care for Nevada families by allowing nonprofit child care providers that qualify as a small business greater access to Small Business Administration loan programs. A recent study has showed that nearly 75% of children below the age of 5 do not have access to licensed child care providers. The study also stated that the cost of child care was a huge concern in Nevada and found it often to be more expensive than even a college tuition.
CCSD needs crossing guards, so the Las Vegas Valley is hosting 5 consecutive hiring events specifically for those positions.
Clark County will be hosting an open hiring event for school crossing guards throughout the Las Vegas Valley. The job will be paying $16 an hour, and according to the press release, school hours vary across the valley. Crossing guards work 1 hour in the morning and 1 in the afternoon. Successful applicants are required to be 18 years of age, pass an agility and balance assessment, and complete fingerprinting. The hiring events are scheduled to be for 5 days. The first day will be held at Rainbow Library in Vegas on July 24th. The 25th event will be held at Mission Hills Park in Henderson. On the 26th, the Sahara West Library in Vegas will be hosting a hiring event. The 27th will be at Freedom Park in Vegas. The final day of the hiring event on the 28th will be at the ACMS office in Vegas. For those unable to make it to any of the aforementioned hiring events, you can look up available positions at acmssafety.com/careers. For those in the Vegas area that happen to be looking for a job, please remember to bring your forms of identification. They will also be asking you to submit your zip code so as to place you in the job closest to where you live.
Speaking of the restarting of the school year, Pahrump Valley High School is hosting a back-to-school fair soon.
Hi, my name is Pam Smith, and I'm with the Back to School Fair here in Nye County. And we are going to be having and holding our Back to School Fair this year, July the 29th, from 8 a.m. until 10 a.m. And I know it's a short time frame, so you guys need to set your alarms to get up early, because historically, there have been like 1,000 people that show up for this event. So I'm very proud to say we've gotten some great backpacks and supplies this year. We are still in need, actually, to get backpacks if anybody out there wants to donate them. We are collecting 800 backpacks. With that, part of that does go to our outlying rural areas. So we are servicing Armagosa Valley, Beatty, and Tonopah, along with this county. So please, I would like to implore to you to, if you can, if it works out, I know not everyone can, but if you can donate. We do need people that want to be part of this still. We have local vendors. We have everything that kind of has to do with the children in this community, be it Boy Scouts, Girl Scouts, 4-H. We've got a dental group. We have a physician. We have Spring Mountain that's going to be there. We've got quite a few things. WIC will be there, Nevada Outreach. Those are just some of them. And of course, the coalition will be represented there also. We are looking, if people want to still be a vendor, you can contact me. And the contact would be my phone number, 775-727 9970. I'm at extension 217, but even if you just call the coalition, the first part of that number, and ask to be put through to the person handling the back to school fair, that'd be great.
And don't grab that remote. After the break, we're telling you about a tangy and popular new sport and some of the injuries that it can serve up and leave you sour. We'll be right back.
You're watching News 25. Local coverage you can count on. News 25 is brought to you by Mountain West Lawyer, Injury Attorneys, 727-9500.
Welcome back. Well, playing the popular sport pickleball can be a great way for you to stay active. But the paddle sport, which is less than intense than some sports like tennis, can still unfortunately cause you injuries if you're not careful.
We're seeing a lot of injury patterns similar to tennis. The other thing is that 70% of people that play pickleball are over 60 years and older, and a lot of people are not very active before they pick up pickleball because it doesn't really require a lot of athletic demand compared to tennis.
Dr. Michael DeCack with Cleveland Clinic says some of the injuries he's seen include rotator cuff disease, or golfer's elbow, and plantar fasciitis. The same goes for sprains, strains, fractures, and concussions. So what can someone do to stay safe out on the court? Dr. DeCack says be sure to warm up first for 10 to 15 minutes. He recommends trying dynamic stretches with quicker movement to help prime your muscles and get your blood flowing. Trunk rotation exercises are also helpful.
As far as specific exercises, I think, mimicking the motion of a swing, getting, arm windmills involved or lunges and split side-to-side turns are important.
And if you are not able to warm up to 10 minutes or 15 minutes before playing, then you should go only half speed whenever you're playing your first game, and then use that as a warm-up instead. And don't forget, always drink plenty of water and stay hydrated.
News 25 Weather Cam is brought to you by Lerner and Rowe Injury Attorney's Office in Pahrump. In a wreck, need a check? Call 702-877-1500.
Here's a live look outside at our beautiful weather. Blue skies, fluffy clouds, but skirting the 1 teens. A closer look at our forecast for this weekend after the break.
News 25 weather is brought to you by Dairy Council of Nevada. Undeniably delicious, undeniably dairy. Enjoy what's real.
Hi, good evening, Nevada. It's John Kohler from the KPVM Channel 25 Weather Studios, all up and down the Ace Country Radio Network and worldwide on the local BTV app, the app out of Las Vegas, and they're up to 65 stations you can take right on your phone. It's a lot of fun. Fernley and Fallon, 99 degrees. Weather Twins at the top of the map. Congratulations. 97 out there in Carson City. Doesn't seem so bad. 93 in Tonopah. You're the cool spot. Great going. 95 out there in Goldfield. Beatty at 106. We've got walking donkey jerky, and you can enjoy it just all day long. 113 degrees in Amargosa is our hot spot. 111 in Las Vegas, and out in Death Valley, it's 122 degrees. Oh, watch what happens. And sizzling hot. Here in the Paradise Prompt, well, let's take a look. How about 108 degrees? That's sizzling hot. Oh, my goodness. 109 just a little bit earlier. South-southwesterly winds to 9 miles per hour. Felt a little bit good. I think the sun rose this morning at 5:41. Setting this evening at 7:58. We gave up another couple minutes to the night. Fans of the night rejoice. Low tonight, 79 degrees, clear skies. Beautiful star watching as we head on into the weekend. Do we have any heat relief in sight? Not really. It's kind of going to be hot for the next 3 days anyway. And then as a special bonus this weekend, swampy. Look at that cloud cover coming in there. Temperatures up to 113 degrees and all that extra humidity. It's going to be a lot of fun, a sweet treat, but we shall see that retreat on Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. Skies clearing out. Should be, sunshine, and actually the temperature's dropping down about 7 degrees. We like that trend. Maybe we'll be into less dangerous weather next week. Oh, let's hope. All right, back to the desk. Here's Unette Gentry.
All right, love the tie, John. Thanks so much. And 113 on Saturday. That's one of my lucky numbers. Speaking of lucky, congratulations to the lottery winners out there. And remember, you can't win it unless you're in it. Well, that does it for this edition of News 25. I'm Unette Gentry. And from all of us here at KPVM and Ace Country Radio, we'll see you on the air next newscast. And remember to stay sunny in the shade. Good night.